Namaste. I'm Kash and welcome back to Akashic Song. This is just a really quick video, just something that popped into my heart space a few minutes ago that I wanted to share with you guys. So I just finished watching a horror movie. That's what I'm doing with my afternoon. I just finished watching a horror movie and I just wanted to talk about shielding and protecting yourself from low vibratory energies. So we oftentimes find ourselves in a situation where it's unavoidable. Either we found ourselves in a situation where we're arguing with someone or we're watching an argument. I've been driving and seen like a pretty big fight go down between people in the street. Those kinds of things are low vibe interactions that you can't prevent. But there are some low vibratory situations that we can prevent, and we choose to engage in it for whatever reason. If you play video games where people are beating each other up or killing each other, I used to play Mortal Kombat. They're like ripping out body parts and all kinds of stuff. It's entertaining and it's fun, and if you do it in balance, you're not actually harming anyone or yourself, but you can be contributing to some low vibes in your aura, in your spirit space. And over time, those things do build up and cause you some issue that either you are or aren't aware of. So I was watching this horror movie, and it was about a little girl getting possessed. Now, I find myself really drawn to films about this kind of stuff where people have to battle supernatural forces or angels and demons present themselves to people. I find myself really drawn into occult movies where some dark force has to be battled, and I watch these films and I get really into it, and then when it's over, I go and I do something to completely change my mental sphere, right? And it's been unconscious. And then I thought about it today and I was like, actually, that's really interesting that unconsciously, I know that when I put this film down, when I walk away from this movie or whatever it is, I want to do something that completely changes my mental space so that I'm not going and getting involved in activities with other people where this kind of negativity is still floating around in my aura, because there are unseen exchanges that happen, intuitive exchanges, or that I'm going to be a magnet for circumstances and situations that are weird because I've been watching a lot of weird stuff, or, you know, that you're going to have a nightmare because you're going to sleep after taking in something so low vibrationally. I read an interview years and years ago where Wes Craven, the creator of Nightmare on Elm Street, that franchise, said that he dreams every movie that he writes. So just think about that. I'm not making any judgments on what kind of person Wes Craven probably is. Very creative person. But if you are dreaming of this kind of stuff, some demonic dude that shows up in your dreams and kills you, and then you wake up and decide, this is a great story, I'm going to write it and sell it. It's very entertaining, but you're also you're taking a very low vibrational dream, and then you're turning it into art, and then you're putting it out there for other people to imbibe. Now, while we can enjoy some sort of entertainment from that, what are we doing to change our course so that we don't go out in the world carrying this level of low vibes? What would the world be like if we only watched positive things, right? Maybe it'd be fun, maybe it'd be boring, who knows? But I do think that we have to be very active in grounding and shielding. So I'm not saying don't engage in these things, because I clearly do. I just watched a horror movie. But I took when I finished watching the film, what I noticed I intuitively wanted to do was, while I was watching it, I wanted to put on something to deflect the negative energy coming off of the film. So what I'm wearing right now, this is a triple goddess piece. I got it on Etsy. I don't remember the name of the jeweler, but if I can look it up, I will put it in the down bar. But onyx is the crystal that's in this necklace. I cleansed and consecrated it. I invoked the goddess protection on me and on it, and asked for certain, I won't give the whole ritual, but asked for certain intuitive abilities to be present with me wearing this. I want to read to you from my Book of Shadows some correspondence for onyx. Onyx is excellent for centering and aligning with higher power. Rids grief, enhances self-control, stimulates wise decisions, and is a protective stone. Is a protective stone that encourages good fortune, cleanses intuitive receivers, and facilitates awareness of duality of nature, aids in foresight of what lies beyond, and provides an activation of memory, aids to become a master of your future. So it goes on into like bone marrow and soft tissues and feet and other things that it treats. So I had a connection with onyx, and I realized that when I graduated from college, my year that I graduated was onyx 4. Interesting, right? So I gravitated to buying this in onyx. So I felt this vibe that I wanted to put this on while I was watching that movie. Not to say that that movie was made in some dark way and it was going to possess me and any of that kind of stuff. I don't walk around with a mentality of fear around that. But I do believe in listening to the intuition. So that would be the first tip. If you're going to actively engage in something that is low vibrational, protect yourself. Put on some sort of whatever feels protective for you. If it's a color, if it's a crystal, I personally gravitate to crystals. If it's a cross, whatever it is that feels protective and shielding for you, put your shield on so that you can enjoy whatever you're watching or taking in or engaging in, but you're not going to have some unconscious psychic exchange with that material. And I chose onyx. I've showed this stone before. It's called the empath stone. And it's got ruby zoisite. This is obsidian and clear quartz. So clear quartz taps us into conscious awareness. So receiving higher energies and being awake to them, having your intuition stimulated, noticing when something is happening. The ruby zoisite helps to banish negativity and push that away from you. And the obsidian actually helps to deflect emotional material. So you're keeping yourself grounded, awake, and shielded. Some people might really gravitate to rose quartz because rose quartz helps them feel tapped into themselves and a love for themselves and a protection for themselves. Whatever works for you. Put on a crystal or stone. You can throw it. I like to put things, if I'm not going to wear it, in my bra because it's close to my heart on the left side. You can throw it in your pocket on the left side. I gravitate to the left because you're receiving, right? But it's also active, so you're moving if you can put it in the center. A channel that you guys might also enjoy is Anais Alexandre. That's I'll put it in the down bar if I can remember all these things I'm saying I'm going to put. But Anais, Anaias. Anais, yes. She is a fellow witch here on YouTube, and she showed a collection of crystals that she had, and they were all heart-shaped and had a little veil on the top so that you could connect them to a necklace, and it was in all different stones, all different crystals. I love that idea. It's totally something I want to do, and they were all heart-shaped, so you're wearing your heart. The heart is electromagnetic, so you are receiving and giving out. You are magnetizing and you are moving at the same time. So yes, use your jewelry to deflect negative energy. The second tip I would share is when you finished imbibing whatever it is, cleanse your space. That was the first thing I wanted to do when I finished that movie. I was like, whoa, that was intense. And then I went right and got my sage. So sage your body, sage your space. I don't just sage my body, I saged my room, and I saged my speakers, I saged my iPad, right? Those things are all electromagnetic. So I saged the tech that I used to watch the film. And we don't hear a lot about replacing the energy, but once you remove something, you're leaving a big hole there energetically if you don't fill it with something. So then I went back and I used Palo Santo to replace what I had removed from my aura with positive, loving, healthy, whole vibes. And then I did the same in my room, and I did the same for the tech that I used. The third tip I would share is then do something that's positive. Do something that changes the vibe totally. If that's watching a funny movie, if that's, getting on the phone and having a conversation with a loved one, or what I'm doing is I'm actually having some decaf coffee in a lovely, container. I put something sweet in it. So I'm just kind of like, now I'm recentering. I've cleansed. I grounded, I cleansed, and now I'm recentering. So that's it. I didn't really have a deep message today. I just wanted to share that really quickly because it was something that came up for me unconsciously, and I realized this is something I haven't actually actively expressed, that it's something that I do if I know I'm going to come into contact with low vibes, how to shift that energy while you're engaging and then after. Obviously, it'd be best if we just don't do that, but that's not the reality of life. Sometimes you gotta do some things. So I have hopes of making an E for the ABCs of Witchcraft, but I tried twice before and I couldn't get it to upload. So I have some videos that I haven't been able to upload, and I hope you are all doing so well and having a beautiful day. The sun is shining right now. And I'm going to go not watch a horror movie. Blessed be, namaste, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace.